It started in 1987 when my husband was elected governor. And all first ladies usually champion a cause. And my priority was adult literacy. When I first found out the statistics of hundreds and thousands of people in our state and in our nation, that the damaging effect it had on them and also on their families. We became involved in literacy groups. I visited schools, grade schools and high schools. I read to children and stressed the importance of reading. I visited literacy councils and gave out GED certificates to graduates, and went to prisons and handed out certificates to prisoners. The prison population is immensely affected by this problem. We got involved in many programs. The most important of all of them was the CHIP program, the Children's Health Insurance Program. And before that was started in our state, children had no insurance. It was the first program that was ever set up for children, poor children, to get help and to get insurance coverage. And it was such a successful program, President Clinton copied it and made it a national program because of what was started in Pennsylvania. The SWAN program, children were in foster care and got lost in foster care, many of them. And when we established this adoption program, children were taken into loving homes, and their lives became so much more rewarding.
Somehow the ability to always be focused on someone else, the needs of others, whether it was one of the 8 of us growing up as her children, whether it was my father and all of the challenges in his life, and her ability to continually focus on what we needed, what he needed in our lives. But then also the ability to focus on others, people who were suffering, people who had lost something. I think it's something that my father marveled at, her ability to always be worrying about and thinking about other people. She's just a remarkable example to me as a public official, but also as a citizen. She never talked about her faith. She never told us, here's how you live your faith. She just exemplified it every day. You think of the Beatitudes. A lot of the values that are incorporated into the Beatitudes, she's lived. Kind of the core values of Marywood, whether it's Catholic identity, whether it's service, whether it's a real focus on other people. All of those values, core values of Marywood, I think she is a testament to those values. But hers has been a life for others.
When I first started in this role in Harrisburg, I went to a new governor's conference, and they had separate conferences for wives. And it was overwhelming because there were some high-powered women there like Hillary Clinton and Kitty Dukakis, and they all had big jobs, and I thought, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? But as I started with the interests that we had and started visiting prisons and literacy councils and schools and libraries, and I saw all the wonderful volunteers. There's so many people that do such selfless work, that volunteer in these numerous jobs that we don't even think about or know about, and how self-fulfilling it is for them to have a cause and to have something to do. Retired teachers, many of them were, and I think it's what we have to do. I think we have to not depend on somebody else to do things for us. We have to try to get other people to join us and work at something we're passionate about.